Good morning. How are you today? It's about 60 degrees here. I'm reporting to you from Owl's Head, Maine. And it's a wonderful place to be. Hear the gulls. There's a nice breeze off the water. It's not raining, but you can feel we're just on the edge of it. But what else could you expect in a community that's near a harbor, which I think you can see over my shoulder? The news has a recurring pattern. It's almost like they beat us down until the most terrible things have become normalized. And only if you have a set of standards to compare what's going on to what you believe should be the way things should be, are you in a position to be upset. And if you're that person, many of us from time to time take vacations, and not as I am up in Maine, but vacations from the media, sort of shut out the noise, the painful noise. And when they talk about PTSD, it's not just something that happens at war. There are a couple of things that, having done this in some cases, the dissociation from what you expect to be the case, and usually some terrible death or injury or fear for your own life. Well, we're in the middle of a pandemic. The government has lost its way. It doesn't know exactly how to get out of it, as well as Biden is leading the nation. He is daily beaten by the kind of negative way we cover everything. Kipling had this line, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. We sort of have that. And then the second thing from Kipling we have, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. So I got two lines from Kipling's poem If that sort of fit the times. We have terrible lies, that is, absolute untruths. People thinking that you can become magnetized by taking the vaccines, or that you should take what animals take for worming, or all sorts of insane things that if you were to put it in a play and try to sell it, they would say it was implausible. And yet that's where we are. Whole segments of our society believe this, which is astonishing. But it goes further than that. They're being told things about our government, how it works and doesn't work and should work, ignoring how it actually, as a matter of constitution and law, should work. I occasionally monitor what some of my classmates from high school say, and I don't usually comment. I suppose we all do that. But the other day, one was saying, why can't we do such and such? I think it was in connection with the abortion bill. And what's wrong with Texas? That's a great thing they're doing. And, I ended the discussion a little bit and said, well, you do know that 6 weeks is unconstitutional under Roe v. Wade. No debate. Very simple. Compare the standard in the Constitution, the Supreme Court case, with what Texas is doing, and it's wrong. Well, he was resisting that. And why should it be that way? And I quoted back to him Madison, who wrote, we wouldn't need laws if all the men were angels. And that's exactly the problem. There are people who will always do the right thing, the good thing, or try to. And then there are those who just want to do what they want to do. That is normally a criminal class. It's confusing, however, to see so many, if you will, middle class, or, quote, people in the higher socioeconomic class, so visibly and transparently doing what we've suspected they do all along, which is violate the law. It's been, for these guys, it's become a layup. And it's become a layup because there's no coercion in the law. The other part of the law is what happens when you disregard it and disobey it. Now, there are two levels in which this is a big concern for our government, it seems to me. One is that we have the Supreme Court now making a ruling, and it's about abortion, but It's about everything else too. Making a ruling they know, like my classmate, except they're the members of the Supreme Court. And they are saying, we're not going to issue a stay while we consider this frivolous argument. In other words, we're going to cause pain to women and family members and people who are in the medical profession, who are dealing with abortion, and we're going to let them suffer. They may go to jail, they may be sued for $10,000 because of this law. Terrible things could happen to them. And we just know we're right. Well, save us from the righteous. Save us from theocracies. Save us from people who have no heart, who are amoral. That's our Supreme Court, at least 6 of the members of the court. And in this case, one of those 6, the Chief Justice, Roberts, separated himself. So we could say we have 5 people who have no business being on the court. One's a rapist. Another one's a Christian ideologue. I don't know what you call Gorsuch, except he's the guy who snuck in when Garland wouldn't be there. And now we wonder if Garland would have been any good, given how terrible he is as an attorney general. He takes up space in the furniture. He gives speeches, which is the music of change, but he doesn't dance the tune. So this is kind of a view of where we stand. So I think that what we can do is shine light on these people. The 2 things that are at the center of our failures of government and of our society generally, and that put us at risk in the future, are 1, lies about everything in order to obtain an advantage. The Republicans are the worst offenders, but the Democrats lie to us by suggesting themes in Congress that have no possibility of passing unless they, take into their teeth the reins that are necessary and go forward to change the law in the Senate so that a majority makes a difference. What's the value of winning elections if you don't use it? What does it mean to be a, quote, Democrat if you're in the S&M team, Sinema and Manchin, if you're not really a Democrat? You're really an autocrat who wants a supermajority to stop something that apparently you don't believe in. So, on this Sunday, near the waters of the East Coast, in lobster territory, I send forth this summons that you let these guys know the lies aren't working. You don't believe it. And you're going to fire every one of these people who continue to lie. So, can't say I'm not clear. So have a good day. Take care. And I'll talk to you tomorrow when I've had another day under my belt up of the Maine air and sea. Bye-bye.